The Low Scale Gaming Podcast is now available on Spotify, as well as iTunes and YouTube. If you enjoy the show, please leave us a like, review, and subscribe. Any feedback is welcomed, and we hope you enjoy the show. Hello, and welcome to the Low Scale Gaming Podcast, the week of July 11th. I'm your host, Ghostland's Finest, and as always, I'm joined by Codan Jones and Inferior Mage. Codan Jones, how you doing today?
I am doing all right. We just had dinner, and I'm home.
Put your mic up closer to your face.
Okay, I'm kind of squirreling around and stuff.
There you go. That sounds a lot better now. Keep it like
Okay.
that. It does. Or whatever you did, it makes us, because you were sounding like you were like leaned way far back over it, and now it sounds like you're over it.
It's because he was trying to hold in a burp while he was talking.
You know, he called him out on it. I wasn't going to.
Thanks, Mage. No, I'm doing okay. I'm glad to be home. Today has been a day and a half, which we'll get to in a little bit.
Man, I cannot wait to hear this.
It's been fun times.
Mage,
already.
How you doing?
Much better. Go ahead.
How was your trip to Dallas?
It was pretty awesome. I can talk more about it on my wins of the week.
Did you get into a bar fight?
No, I didn't. I did get really drunk though. One night.
Did you? Oh my god!
I did get really drunk. I spent way too much money.
How much money did you spend? Let's give me a figure.
Okay, before you say it, we should guess.
Yeah. Let's guess. Okay.
Okay.
So Jones, you made you go first.
How long or how many nights are we guessing on?
So I Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
So a weekend.
2 nights, 3 days.
So okay.
So of those, how many nights did you go out though?
One.
So you went out one night, but you were gone for 3 days.
So are we? Yeah. So are we just guessing on the one night,
or the whole trip?
Okay, no, sorry. I'm sorry. 3 nights and 3 days.
So you went out
we left there Thursday night.
So you went out to the bars 3 nights in a row, right?
No, I went out to the bars Friday night.
Okay, so are we guessing for one day or for the whole weekend?
I don't know, the whole weekend, I guess.
All right. Conan Jones, you go first.
Is this counting splitting the hotel?
Let's say no.
Are we playing 20 questions?
Yes. I'm trying to win. You're going down. It's closest without going. If I'm closest without going over, that means I get both showcases, right?
Yes.
Oh no. Let's say with the hotel.
All right. So with the hotel for 3 nights plus going out and eating, I'm probably thinking you spent right around $350.
500.
Okay. So, eating. I spent around on just food.
Drum roll, please.
Thursday night, I spent $80.
Conan Jones, I've already won this.
Yeah,
I've already won this.
Friday night. So Friday, we only went to eat once, but that's because we ate so much food Thursday.
Yeah.
I ended up spending $47 on food.
So we're at 127 right now. This is just food.
And Friday night when I went out drinking, I spent $81 on drinks.
Jesus Christ! So we are at $208.
Saturday was a lot more conservative. We didn't really do a whole lot.
Okay.
We we had, because we did so much.
Well, I imagine because you were kind of hungover.
So we didn't get out till like noon-ish, and
1:30.
We went to lunch. We went to lunch with a couple other people that was down for Dallas for a concert.
Mm-hmm.
And we had lunch. That was I only spent on that lunch I spent $23 on that lunch, and honestly, I think that's all I spent that entire day.
So we are now at $231. Yes, $231.
And on Sunday, we ate before we left, and the place we ate at was. I think I only spent $15 on that.
So $231 plus 15 is
And the hotel was
Two-
$217.
$246, and the hotel was what? How much?
$217.
$217.
That was just your part?
Yeah.
Okay,
So
yeah.
you're at about $460 something dollars.
Yeah, right around there.
I'm closest without going over.
No,
so
we didn't. We didn't establish that. We just established
we
closest. No, we didn't.
No,
You just said
it's Price is Right
closest.
rules.
No, it's not. You,
Price is Right.
you didn't say Price is Right rules. You said the closest to it. You didn't say the closest going over. Because if that would have been the case, I would have been $251.
You're just salty that I won.
You didn't win though.
Except I did.
You didn't.
All right, moving on.
You didn't win at all.
Either way, I spent too much money. But
Yeah.
but it was my vacation, and
Aren't you
as
going
Carson
on
Wentz
vacation
say,
like this weekend too?
treat yourself.
Aren't you going on vacation again this weekend?
No, I'm going on a float trip this weekend, but I paid for that already, like way before. I paid for that like 2-3 months ago.
Oh yeah. You know what else we had planned 2 or 3 months ago?
I'm sorry. The float trip's cheaper.
Yeah, but we haven't hung out in like forever.
That's true. We do.
I couldn't tell you the last time I saw you in person, sir.
Nothing's changed.
Sucks. Hey, all
'Cause you-
right. We'll all right. After this podcast, we'll schedule a weekend, and I'll go to city, and we'll go to like not Kilkenny's, but we'll just tear up the town. Okay. We'll have because you guys are all in the city now, right?
No, I'm like way south of it, but I mean it's only like an hour and a half drive from me.
Yeah.
I'm
So
in the
we'll-
city though, so
We'll just go to the city. We'll park our cars and some free parking and Uber everywhere.
Okay, you're aware that I am also a parent now, right? So I kind of have to like work something out well in advance to be able to.
That's why I said after the podcast we'll figure something out. Well in advance.
Maybe we could do it again, and then we could do another on location podcast recording, but just using my mic this time because
and just be super echoey.
no, it's not. Was it super? I said just using my mic.
I don't know what I'm getting at.
I don't know what you're getting at either. Last week we had a bug. We goofed because we tried using 2 mics in the same room. Mine didn't pick him up. Or mine didn't pick up Conan, but his picked up me because he didn't have a cover on his. Okay, so I don't know where we're at. We had to make a big edit just now. Anyways, let's go ahead and jump into our fails of the week. Conan Jones, what is your fail of? Or no, sorry, I'm going first this week. Ghostland's Finest, what is your win or fail of? Man, I'm all over the place today.
Take
boys.
2, try it again.
You gotta keep it in. Oh, you said my name.
Who did?
Conan.
He
No,
said
I said
take 2.
I said take 2, try it again.
All right, so let's go ahead. Man, we are doing so many damn edits today. This is 10 minutes in, and we've had 3 edits already. You think it's like back to like when we first started doing all this, and we like messed up like recording episodes, and messed up edits and stuff. But let's go ahead and jump into our fails of the week. Ghostland's Finest, what is your fail of the week? Well, thank you, Ghost. You have a good voice. My fail this week is my AC went out again, and it is just like it was awful yesterday. It was 114 degrees in outside. It was like 87 in my house.
That's awful.
For our people that use Celsius, that was 44.5 Celsius outside and like 33 something inside. It was awful. I wanted to die. Breaking news! Breaking news!
Okay.
The Thunder have agreed to trade Westbrook for Chris Paul for Chris Paul from the Hornets and future draft picks. God. God bless.
Westbrook is going to the Hornets?
No, sorry,
Westbrook's going
Houston. He's going. No. Breaking news. Literally, it says breaking news. Thunder agreed to trade Russell Westbrook to the Rockets for Chris Paul, future draft picks. Woj, talk about a Woj bomb.
Wow.
The Thunder suck.
Yeah, we're gonna be like rough McGruff for the next couple years.
We have so many draft picks, though. Like,
I guess so.
if a LeBron comes within like the next 10 years, we got him.
Yeah.
Chris Paul. Oh, talk about like all the things that they were talking about. Houston was the problem. That Chris Paul and Harden hated each other and stuff. I guess it might be true now, but Harden and Westbrook didn't get along whenever Harden was in Oklahoma City anyway.
Westbrook actually, he gets along with his other players. Like,
he just didn't get along with that snake Kevin Durant. No one gets along with Kevin Durant.
He didn't really get along with Kevin Durant after Kevin Durant just left.
Kevin Durant's a snake, all right?
Oh, excuse me.
It makes me feel so good that the Thunder's going to be just awful now because I absolutely hate that team.
Because you're an anti-hero.
I'm not an anti-hero. I've always been a fan of the Los Angeles Lakers. Always.
I've always been a fan of the Boston Celtics, so...
the Celtics suck. So, because no one wants to play for the Celtics. That's why Kyrie left and went to go play for the Brooklyn Nets.
He's a freaking idiot that believes in a flat Earth.
Okay, and have you ever been to the edge of the world?
Have you ever been to no, because there's no edge. I'm glad Kyrie's gone. God dang. He's the one that blew the finals for us.
What final? Y'all didn't make it to no final.
We made it to the semifinals.
No, the Eastern Conference Finals. I see what. Okay, I don't. Kyrie's trash. I don't like Kyrie Irving. The only reason why he got a ring is because he was playing with LeBron.
I mean, I agree. I don't like Kyrie Irving either, so I'm okay with him leaving.
Okay, but the Celtics have nobody though. The Celtics
That's not true. We still got
the Celtics is kind of like how the Thunder are now. They have maybe one good player, and maybe one and a half because I guess
we have Terry Rozier and who do we have still?
Look at Mage saying names that I have no idea who they are because they're probably absolutely nobodies.
No, Terry Rozier's. We still have Marcus Smart.
But Thunder suck now.
We did lose Marcus Morris, and we lost. We lost Kyrie Irving. But I think the one that I'm upset that we lost really is Al Horford.
Yeah.
I am kind of upset that we lost.
Well, it is.
But we still have Gordon Hayward.
Can we talk about how cheap Thunder tickets are going to be now?
Oh yeah, everyone's going to go to the Thunder game.
The only people that's going like Steven. Okay, so the Thunder have 1.5 good players. They have Chris Paul, and they have Steven Adams, and that's it.
I love Steven. No, they have their draft pick that people are pretty up about.
Do you mean the draft pick that didn't play basketball last year?
No, I'm talking about the. Didn't we trade for a point guard or something from another guy?
Thunder draft.
I say I've been so depressed about all this. I haven't even kept up with it. So it's I know Westbrook's on his way out. So it's I'm just gonna go pay attention to something else.
Doris Baisley. He's a forward. He's a.
Yeah, I thought we traded for a draft pick.
He didn't even play. Yeah, he didn't even play basketball last year. He had a little is known. Not much is publicly known about Baisley, who had an issue that prevented him from attending Syracuse. He is a good athlete, but little is known about his defense and effort in regards to NBA climate. The pick was traded to Memphis in the Mike Conley deal, and eventually went to OKC in a draft night trade.
No, I'm talking about because I thought we traded for somebody else's draft pick afterwards.
I mean, there's been a lot of that going on.
Yeah, because I thought we got some new point guard that people are pretty about.
Somebody that had like 2 last names. I think I saw a Facebook.
Ricky Bobby? No, it's 2 first
No,
names. Excuse me.
because it was.
That's 2 first names.
Yep.
But like they had a first name and like a hyphenated last name. You know, like it's like 2 names. I don't know.
I don't know. Thunder are gonna suck this year.
Oh yeah, Thunder's gonna be awful.
All right, so that's everybody's fails.
No, that's not my fail. That's my. If anything, that's my win of the week.
So now my new fail is having to hear Ghost talk about the Lakers all the time.
Oh, can we talk about now? We're gonna do it because we got LeBron, we got Anthony Davis. We didn't get Kawhi Leonard, but that's okay. Kawhi Leonard's a snake in the grass too, because he took away Paul George from OKC. I did feel bad about that trade. That was a snake move. Man. I felt bad for the Thunder for that one. That was a snake move right there.
Yeah, that's some bad feels.
They got 6 draft picks, I think, for it. But
we got a ton of draft picks.
Does it really matter whenever the Clippers are going to be like a good team for the next couple of years, at least?
I was reading that they're already calling the battle for they're already calling the LA versus Clippers next year the battle for LA.
Oh, dude, I like it. I'm all about it. I'm gonna go to LA next year and go to a game. I hate the Clippers. I've always hated the Clippers. They're like the OSU of LA to me. But Lakers are gonna be pretty good. I got the Lakers winning the championship next year. Kawhi Leonard ain't got nothing on LeBron James.
I'm surprised LeBron James couldn't get them to the playoffs last year. Honestly,
he didn't have nobody to play with.
Yeah, this is his first year there.
It was his first year there. He didn't have anybody to play, but the young core they had was okay, but it wasn't great. They still have Kyle Kuzma there. They got that. They got AD. They traded stupid Lonzo Ball and his dad away. God, I hated LeVar Ball so much.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I was like, they finally got rid of Lonzo Ball. How long did that take them?
If anybody should have been exiled to another country like Kawhi Leonard was for a year, it should be LeVar Ball for him so he would just shut the hell up. Because Lonzo's a pretty. I'll give him credit. Lonzo's a pretty decent ball player. Okay, but his dad is just such a. Words don't do it justice how much of an ignorant person he is. I just cannot stand.
Oh, he's pretty bad. He's pretty bad.
All right, now let's go ahead and jump into these actual fails of the week.
Yeah, for real.
So my AC broke, like I said earlier before we had breaking news. It was awful. It was awful. But I have the coming up in my wins of the week. It kind of came up, so I don't really have much this week at all. Anyways, Mage, let's hear yours fail of the week.
I just had a really tough one.
All right, Conan Jones, let's hear you.
I mean, that's probably all I can say about it because I work in child welfare.
Yeah, so you can't really talk about it that much, to be honest.
Yeah, to be honest, but it besides some really it was just a hard one. So that's all I got really.
Well, at least it's almost the weekend.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at.
It's just karma for taking the long weekend and having fun last weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry I took a day off to.
Yeah.
Actually go on an adult vacation that I've never been able to go to before.
you just messed up. It's.
How dare I?
Mm-hmm. All right, Conan Jones. Let's hear your fail of the week.
All right, I've got multiple fails this week,
Yes.
so we're just after not having anything because of moving, I'm catching up.
He had cabin fever for 3 weeks, so they just all like boom, 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 boom.
Yeah. All right, so we got moved in. My parents came up early this week, and we're hanging out just to kind of see the house. And while they were here, my dad was playing with my dog, and he like fell off of. My dad was like playing with the dog, and the dog fell off of his lap and landed on the floor weird on his foot.
What you have to know is everybody in Conan's family is giants.
Oh yeah, we're all over like 6'3", so
yeah.
So the dog landed weird and was like limping around, and it was just like, oh yay. Before the day before that, it was either the day or 2 days before that. My wife was eating grapes, and she apparently had dropped one on the floor or something like that and didn't realize it. But the dog had got into it and ate the grape, and apparently grapes are like really poisonous to dogs. And
legit had no idea that was.
Didn't either, because she saw him eat it and then was like, I should probably look up and see if that's a good thing or not. And it's not. There's something in a grape that, like, excuse me, like shuts down a dog's like kidneys. And
Jesus.
Yeah, so it's not even one of those like it's this amount of dosage per pound of dog that.
No, it's like just a single grape.
Yeah, it can range from you sniffed the grape in the bag and you're dead to you could eat the whole bushel and be fine. So
that's so weird. I just googled it right now. It says grapes and raisins are known to be highly toxic to dogs, though research has yet to pinpoint exactly which substance in the fruit causes this reaction. Unfortunately, grapes/raisins toxicity can even be fatal. Ingesting the fruit could potentially lead to acute, in parentheses, sudden kidney failure in dogs.
Yeah. So it's like getting on WebMD. So it's like, oh no, I sprained my foot. Like, nope, it's cancer. You're going to die in 3 minutes.
Yeah, but this is like actual
like actual legit. So we went to the emergency room that's here in town for doggies, and they got him taken care of, and it was like $200. And the next day, whatever, he fell off the couch with my dad and like messed his foot up. So we were gonna it was on Sunday that happened, so we couldn't take him anywhere. I'm not paying to go to the emergency room for a messed up foot. Like, let's see how he does.
Yeah.
The next day, he ended up being okay, so we ended up not having to take him for his foot. So that's at least good for that.
Oh, he didn't go to the hospital. He didn't take him to the hospital or anything for it.
Not for his foot, just for the grape thing. So that was good. A little bit of helpful. We just went to PetSmart and got some like doggy ibuprofen kind of stuff.
Rub some dirt on it.
Yeah, pretty much. Then we had to.
But wait, there's more.
I've got 2 more on here.
Hell yeah!
So I think it was either today's Thursday, so it was Tuesday.
Yeah, it's Tuesday.
Tuesday we went to the DMV to get our tags and stuff on our cars fixed up since we just moved from Texas. So my wife's car, we did not change her tags over to Texas tags because everywhere we went we just took my car. So her car is pretty much just sat for a year, not really being driven.
Why didn't you get a black tag then?
Get a what?
A black tag?
Meaning what?
A black tag is where it's a car that doesn't drive anymore. Where it's like $20 or $30, I think. But that way you don't get this problem happening again.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, that's the first time I ever heard of it too.
Today I learned.
Yeah, and even then, like, it wasn't really a planned, hey, we're not going to drive your car anywhere. It was just kind of it happened because we had to drive an hour for Walmart. Okay, we're only going to take one car.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we go to get our tags renewed, and her tag ends up costing like $340 because of the late fees and all of that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So that's with her tag and her driver's license, because she still had an Oklahoma license. She never switched it over either. So she just updated it with the new address, So she's good to go. I got my tag switched over, got a new tag, and it was like 120, something like that. So just kind of standard stuff for mine.
I cannot relate to these problems.
Yeah. So then I was like, okay, I need to switch from my Texas driver license over to Oklahoma. How do I do that? She said, okay, so since you're coming from out of state, there's a little more of a process. You have to go to the actual like DMV and not the tag agency to do paperwork and all that sort of stuff. And I said, awesome. Where is it at? So the closest one to us is up in Edmond. So I had to go to Edmond this morning. So I left here, it was about 10 o'clock. I get up there about 10:30, 10:45. Yeah. I'm sitting there till about 3 o'clock. Yeah. I guess it was about 2 o'clock. And one of the guys comes out and says, hey, if you have an appointment, you are good to stay. If you signed up at the kiosk when you came in and signed up to get the text alerts of where you are in the line, you will get a text when you're 10th in line, you'll get a text when you're 5th in line, and then when you're about to get called. So that way you kind of know you can go about your business and leave and come back when you're getting close to being in line. So after I've sat there for 3 hours, they then explain that that's the case and how that works. So I in the room of people, I'm the only one that asked a question. So it's like, okay, so are we guaranteed to be seen today? He said, no, nobody's guaranteed to be seen today except the people who have appointments to come in today. Okay. Nice. And I was like, I'm just going to leave then, because I was like number 38 when I walked in, and the guy behind me that I'd kind of been talking to, he said that he was up there all day yesterday, and then the same thing happened to him yesterday, so he had to come back today and get in line. And they said that the easiest way is to go to make an appointment and just come back on your appointment day. And I was like, okay, I probably should have done that in the first place, but live and learn. So I go home and I look at the website and I'm trying to make an appointment. Of all of the DMVs or public DPS stations in Oklahoma City area, mm-hmm. El Reno, Shawnee, Enid, and not even Enid, Guthrie, Lawton, everything. The earliest one was August 3rd. Was the earliest I could get it. So after being pissed off about that, I get a text and it says, hey, you're 5th in line. And by this point, it's almost 4 o'clock. Right. And it's they close at 4:45. I was like, I might as well go back. Maybe they'll get me in before the end of the day, and I can just have this done. So I'm pulling back into Edmond, and I get a text that says, hey, your number is next to get called.
What happened?
Oh, darn.
Yeah. So then 15 seconds later, I get a call that says, hey, you missed your time. You should hopefully show up and we'll see if we can do anything. So I'm cursing really loud in my car because I think I've missed it. But I walk in and they're like, okay, we need to reschedule and rearrange some people. We'll get you in. You'll be the next one we get back. Awesome. Thank you. So I walk back. I get all my stuff. I tell the guy what I need. And he says, awesome, here we go. So he's typing all the stuff in. He prints his paper out, says, okay, I need you to check all this stuff and, make sure it's right before we finalize everything and get you going. I said, okay. So I'm looking at it. On my restrictions for my license, they had my air brake restriction on there still. And I said, I took the test while I was in Texas because that was been such an ordeal on the podcast that we've talked about. Mm-hmm. I need to get that restriction taken off because I did all of that. He was like, oh, yes, you're right. And looked at the paperwork. He said, okay, we need to get that taken off. Good catch. And I said, awesome. So he goes back in and redoes it. And the computer won't let him take it off. So he messes with it and fiddles with it for 30 minutes while I'm standing there. And finally, he calls the big bosses over the phone and says, "Hey, this is what's going on. I need you to like override this in the system, get it fixed up." And they said, "Okay, you're good. Just refresh it, and it should be good." So he says, "Cool." He hangs up, he refreshes, and it locks him out. He can't get back into the computer. And he like this was like the coolest dude ever, because he's like legitimately cursing this computer and like cussing at the system. It's like this mother effing thing just never works. It's such a piece of poop. Blah blah blah. And I was like, this is the best thing ever, because you're a real person and you're not just some robot like everybody else I've ever seen at a DMV. But he finally got everything fixed up and loaded and printed off, and I'm good to go. I just have to go to the tag agency tomorrow to get the actual thing printed off.
Yay!
And a new license. Yay. So,
yay tag.
Yes.
Yay.
Hopefully, I'm done with fails for. I just have one for next week, hopefully, and not 4.
What would be the one? Oh yeah, I got you. Well, that's good.
Yes.
All right. We are 30 minutes into this podcast already. Let's go ahead and
we had some rough weeks.
Yes, we did. Let's go ahead and jump into topic 1. Conan Jones's origin name.
Yeah.
This is a fun story. I love this story. This is actually before we even met Inferior Mage.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
It's about a year before you.
Yep. This origin story is also the origin story on how me and Conan Jones became friends. Because, anyways, so it was the first day of marching band at our college that we went to, SWASU. We've said it enough. We can say it again.
Yeah.
It's a shit college. Don't go to it. Anyways, so I walk up, and I've been there for I've been there for a year already. No, wait, no. I've been there for 6 months already. So I'm kind of like just looking at people, figuring out what's what and everything. And there's a couple people there that I haven't seen before, like a couple new people there. There's old Conan Jones being a giant 7'11", sitting there with a sousaphone on with just a pissed off look on his face. And I looked at this guy. I'm just like, man, this dude looks like a douchebag. I hand on the Bible. That's what I thought when I first met Conan Jones. Because he just looked mad when I first met him. Why was he so mad?
Whenever I'm just hanging out, I have RBF. So.
You have what?
RBF.
Oh, yeah. But he just looked mad. RBF stands for resting.
Not nice face.
Yeah, not nice face. But yeah, he was just mad, and I was just like, all right, so I'm just gonna avoid this guy. And anyways, so we was in marching band camp, whatever. It's hot. It's the heat in Oklahoma is never any nice. It's especially in the middle of August. God, August is the hottest part of the year, isn't it, for us?
Yeah. Between August and July.
Well,
it's just rough.
July sucks too. Yeah, that end of September weather cannot get here quick enough.
For real.
But anyway, so we go out to the marching practice field, whatever, and I see that old Conan Jones has a shirt on him that's with the 1980s classic Conan the Barbarian. Yeah. But instead of Conan's or Arnold Schwarzenegger's face on it, it's Conan Jones's face is photoshopped onto it. And I made this joke because I mean we're all bigger guys. It's all what it is, and we all just rip on each other and make fun of each other. I mean, the people that listen to this podcast know how much we make fun of Mage.
If you listened last week.
Oh man, if you listened to last week, we were ripping. Did you listen to the podcast last week?
I have not yet.
You should. Or maybe you shouldn't.
Wait till you have a better day. And then...
Wait till you have a better day to listen to it.
Why are you guys so mean? What did I do?
You weren't there for the podcast, or you weren't there to help Conan Jones move in.
I'm sorry that you live several hours away from me.
He lives
Yes.
hours away from me too.
Your fault. Anyway,
All right.
Sorry that I have a job.
I have a job too.
In the summer. I said that. You didn't listen.
Made you so defensive. Anyways, so I made the joke. Well, it originally was just Conan for a while, but I made the joke because, like I said, we're all just bigger guys and we make fun of each other. I was just like, I made the making the outline or I pointed at Conan's shirt because he's all ripped and everything. I was like, before World of Warcraft, and I pointed on the outside of Conan Jones is like after World of Warcraft. And, everyone laughed at it because it was funny. Conan Jones is... I think I honestly made Conan Jones laugh, too.
if I remember right, it was one of that weird time of, like, this guy's being a jerk, but, like, I don't know anybody well enough to be a dick back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But it was... I mean, but then we started, like, ripping on each other more. That's just, like, what we do. And, I mean, we also had that really big, can I say pedophile without having to edit it out?
No, I mean, he pretty much was.
Yeah, we had a big old pedophile dude that was in our group, too, that year that no one liked. And we also had Gohu there that year, too, right? Or was he a year later?
No, I think he was the same time.
Yeah, so we had Gohu there, too. But Gohu was all about his girlfriend at the time, so he didn't really hang out with us.
Yeah.
But yeah. And then I realized whenever me and Conan Jones were going to be good friends was back, we were going to eat lunch one of the days, and I asked if I could ride with them, and he was just like, yeah, no problem, let's go. And we walked over to his Crimson Avenger, R.I.P. Avenger.
Right.
And it was just decked out in OU stuff. And I remember exactly saying this, word for word, before I got in. I looked at you, and I was like, we're going to be good friends.
Yeah.
And then...
It is almost exactly how it happened.
Yeah, and then that's how we've been friends ever since. I mean, we had our ups and downs, We lived together. Don't ever move in with your best friend. Don't ever move in with your best friend. If that's any sort of advice you can get from this podcast, do not ever move in with your best friend, because you will hate each other. Okay? Because 6 months later, Conan Jones was at my apartment all summer. But
Yeah.
for like 4 months, we hated each other, even afterwards.
It was not fun times.
It was not fun times. But don't move in with your best friend. Don't. Mage, I know you don't have any friends, but don't move in with any of them.
Okay.
I'm kidding, Mage. I love you.
All right. Well, I'm just going to drop out of this podcast.
I'm kidding!
I'll see you guys next week.
See you next week.
All right.
We'll try
Well,
again next week. But that's how Conan Jones got his... Oh, and then we just added on the... I don't know. I don't remember when we added on the Jones part.
I think it was just one of those things that we just said it enough that it needed, like...
clarification. Oh, no, I remember. I started playing League of Legends, and you were trying to figure out, like, a name for you. Remember? And we were sitting there in the old living room, and I was just like, why don't you just do Conan? I was like, well, that's... Then he was like, well, that's taken. Because, Conan's a common thing. So I was just brainstorming, and I was just like, Conan Jones. Because it rolls off the tongue.
It does.
It's not like Forrest, like Inferior Mage, or Ghostland's Finest. See,
and it fit, and it stuck.
Yeah, and it stuck. It stuck like glue.
Yeah.
Have I made Mage leave yet? Okay.
No, I'm still right here.
Okay.
I had to check Discord.
I did have to check Discord to see this.
And we're done.
That's how Conan Jones got his name. It's a good name.
It is.
Alright.
I like it.
So let's go ahead and move on to our topic 2 this week. Nintendo announced their cheap version of the Nintendo Switch. the light switch, as everyone's calling it. No one laughed. Gosh,
So
it's called the Switch Lite, but you know,
I
hate both of you so much sometimes. It's a good joke, and y'all just like. Anyways, nothing. Crickets.
Oh, yeah.
Like asking Mage to pay for the SoundCloud. Crickets. Anyways, but they announced their Switch Lite.
That was a rough day. It had nothing to do with this.
I know, I'm kidding. They announced the Switch Lite. It's going for 199 USD. I don't care about the other ones, but a Nintendo Switch, like the usual one, is only $300. And the things that they're taking out of the Switch Lite to make it cheaper is one, there's no docking there's like no way to hook it up to the TV. Basically, it's just a big old Game Boy, like a big old tablet with controllers on it. The little game, or what are they called? Not game cons.
Joy-Cons.
Joy-Cons, that's what it is. Are like integrated on there, and you can't take them off at all.
It's a PSP now.
Yeah, basically it's just a big old PSP, like, or an iPad with controllers on it. I don't know, but they're taking.
It's just the Nintendo Switch, but not docked.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I want to play Zelda on my big screen TV. I have a 63-inch TV. It's a 4K TV that I want to play Zelda on. You know what I mean?
For sure.
And I don't really care to like play handheld things anymore. I mean, my brother would enjoy it, but you know, I might get him that Lite for Christmas. I mean, it's like $200, but
because I think like the handhelds for us were good because we were in the car going places, and we had that in the back seat. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But now we're driving to places because we're all adults.
Yeah, but even like kids nowadays have phones, and
I'm not getting my brother a phone until he's like, when did I get? I got my first phone when I was 14. No, when did the iPhone? Wait, hang on. Keep talking.
Yeah, because I didn't get a phone until 8th grade, but
like,
I didn't get a phone until 8th grade. Shut up, Conan.
Okay.
Were phones even out when you were in 8th grade, Conan?
Yeah.
Mate, you're only a year behind us. You graduated in 2010.
2 years behind me.
Anyways, oh wait, no. Yeah, you graduated in 2010, right?
Oh, I graduated in 2012.
Oh, so you're 3 years behind us.
Oh. You listen to your elders then, all right? Don't disrespect Conan Jones like that.
Yeah.
I got my first phone was the first iPhone, but I had to work a job to get it.
See, mine and my brother's were add-ons from US Cellular whenever my mom got her a new phone.
Yeah.
They were running a special. It was a Kyocera
buy
flip
one,
phone.
get two for free.
No, that's exactly what it was, but those things were freaking tanks. Like,
which one, the Nokia ones?
No, it was a Kyocera flip phone. I don't think it even had it. It was before they were naming stuff. It was just
the one phone I always wanted, but I had never could ever get ever. I always wanted one of those razors.
My brother went through 5 razors. He was rough on his phones.
Yeah, I can picture your brother being difficult on a lot of things.
All right, Switch Lite. We can get off my family.
You know what? Another phone I always wanted. I always wanted this. I always wanted the Sidekick as well. I always thought that was the coolest thing ever. Was just they had some of the coolest, edgiest commercials ever, with just the graffiti painting and the little hooligans on roller skates. Like, they were cool, and they just
yeah.
Yeah, they'd
I
be
had to
like
think about that
doing
for a second.
rollerblading and stuff, like doing cool stuff and everything. They'd do that stop, and then they'd like bust out their sidekick, flip that screen, and send a text. And it's like, that's awesome. I want to be that.
Yeah.
But my dad would look at me, and he was like, if you want a phone, you're gonna have to earn it and work for it, like how I got mine. I'm just like, okay. And I had to like work basically at a sweatshop at my uncle's gun safe shop to get enough money to pay for it. And he didn't even pay me minimum wage. I know he paid me did not pay me what I should have been paid. But it is what it is. Anyways. Alright, back to the Nintendo Lite, or Switch Lite, Light Switch, whatever. Pool chain. I don't think it's worth it. Pool chain, because
Light Switch, got you.
There you go. Thank God.
I'm slow.
Both of y'all are.
I didn't even do anything.
Mage, I'm coming for you today in topic 4. All right.
Okay.
No, I'm not. Anyways, the episode this week should be called Ghost versus the World, because I've just been ripping and arguing and fighting with everybody today, I guess.
I guess. You really had it in you today.
What?
So you really have it in you today.
I know. I'm in a good mood today. Okay. But I don't think the Switch Lite is really worth it. Maybe if it was $150, I could get down on it, but it seems like if they're going to take away the docking station, they're going to take away because let's see, the docking station for Nintendo Switch. Let's see, a docking station is oh my God. A docking station is like a new one is $90.
Wow,
that doesn't
really?
seem right.
They probably just jack it up when you're buying it on your own.
Amazon.
And not bundled with the full thing.
Does docking station also double as like a charger?
I mean, yeah, it does, but that's why it's called a docking station.
Well, I knew that you had to put it in there to get the screen. Change it to full screen on TV.
Yeah. Okay. A renewed one is $70, and a brand new one is $75. So if a Switch is $300 right now, you knock off the $75 right there off the docking station, okay? With no docking station at all. There's no Joy-Cons to take off, so it's making it one big old piece of plastic. So there's $25 off there, I'll say, maybe give or take, and just not having to put a HDMI port on there to hook it up to the TV. That's another. I guess that's on the docking station and not or on the Switch itself. I don't know. I feel like it's still, for everything that they're taking off for the Lite to be cheaper, I feel like it's still not cheap enough.
Yeah, I'm sure just starting off, they're still highballing it just because it's the new thing and people are going to buy it. And then once it kind of fizzles out, they'll then drop down to the price they actually want to charge for it.
Yeah. I'm interested in seeing what Black Friday deal they're going to have. They haven't had one yet. Like, PlayStation has had one. The PS4 was $200. Xbox One had one for $200. I'm interested in seeing if they're going to finally have a Black Friday deal or a Black Friday sale this year for the Switch. Because if they do, I'll get one for sure. But I'm probably just going to wait till Christmas probably to get one.
Get all those deals.
Yeah.
Wait till the deals come out.
But the Switch has a lot of games coming out, and I mean they already have games right now that I want to play. Like I want to play Smash Brothers, I want to play Breath of the Wild. To be honest, that's really it.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I want to play Mario Kart as well, but I could give or take with Mario Kart. But they have Pokemon coming out in November. You know, that's gonna be the console seller right there, because everybody loves Pokemon. People that don't even like do gaming at all know what Pokemon are, know what Pikachu is.
Oh,
You know,
yeah, for sure.
You might not be able to name Raichu or anything else, but you know you could probably name Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle and Pikachu, and probably Eevee too now because of the Let's Go Eevee. But you know they don't know no Infernape. They don't know Rayquaza.
Yeah, me neither.
They don't know Arceus.
You keep saying these words like they are real things.
They don't know Chimchar.
I think your cat is just like walking across your keyboard and just making random words.
No, I think, but there's all these. There's like 100. No, I was gonna say. I think there's over 600 Pokemon now. Let me check.
There's a lot, for sure, isn't there?
I think it's getting closer to 800
How
now.
many
Honestly.
Pokemon are there? 807. Jesus Christ.
Big oof.
Big oof, indeed.
What was the first Pokemon Go?
Bulbasaur.
I didn't specify first one in the Pokedex.
First
Wow.
one on the Pokédex was Bulbasaur, but the first Pokemon ever, well, depending, I guess, on which canon, if it changes, was Mew.
That's actually Arceus.
Well, they changed the canon after I was.
And the
in
first
it, so-
Pokemon ever like designed was Rhydon.
Oh,
It's
So we're all right?
yes. I was just being an ass about it.
No, you had it right the first time.
God.
Because it comes up with the answer, like which is the first Pokemon, and it's Bulbasaur, Mew, Rhydon, and Arceus. Because Bulbasaur is the first one in the Pokedex. Every Mew is the Pokemon that everyone is like comes from. Rhydon is the first one designed, and Arceus is like Pokemon God, pretty much.
Which just seems like that should just be number one.
Well, I know,
If
but
that's-
you.
Then you get into theology. And
Mhm.
I'm number one. Why is Bulbasaur
Why is what?
number one in the Pokédex?
I don't know. Because everyone knows he's the worst starter, so he needs to be number one in something.
It's sad but true.
Pokemon or Bulbasaur, Squirtle, Charmander. Who do you pick?
Charmander every time.
Coden Jones.
Charmander was my go-to, but I liked all three of them.
I do like Squirtle too.
I always
Man.
went for Charmander. I always start with the fire starter for Pokemon games.
I do too, just because usually the Firestar has one of the cooler designs.
Yeah. The only time I didn't go for the fire Pokemon was in X and Y. Whenever I went for Froakie instead, because he became Greninja, water ninja Pokemon. Dude, that was the coolest designed Pokemon I've ever seen. I'm not gonna lie.
Greninja is really cool.
He did that water
I really like
shuriken
Totodile.
thing. Yeah.
I really liked Totodile,
Mhm.
but I thought Cyndaquil was pretty.
I like Cyndaquil a lot too. I liked his what was his not Quilava,
Typhlosion.
Typhlosion.
Whatever.
That's what it is. I thought that was cool too. Torchic I didn't like at all. I hated Torchic.
Yeah.
Chimchar
The
was
grass
cool
Pokemon-
though. Chimchar to Infernape is probably my favorite fire starter, I think. Then the pig one that was next, I hated that one, but
I never played that one.
Black and White
I didn't
was
play
not
that
any
game.
a good game either. And then X and Y came out with Finnegan, Froakie, and I can't remember the grass one.
The Torchic, man, like the what? I guess Gen 1 through 3, they had the best starters. I loved them. Like, just like all three of them. except for like the grass too on
Mhm.
the first 2 gens.
I actually hated Ruby and Sapphire.
Oh, really? Because I thought the starter Pokemon on Ruby and Sapphire were really good.
Like
Because
I hated Ruby and Sapphire like in general. Like everything about those games were just like this doesn't seem fun. Like it was cool that it was on the Game Boy Advance now, and it was a little bit more graphically enhanced. But it just I agree with what Game Informer put. There's too much water in that game.
Too much water.
oh yeah, just too much to.
It was they gave it the score of like 7 out of 10 and put on one of the reasons why it scored so low is because too much water. It's a meme.
Oh. Just like the map had too much water on it? Or
Yeah, it was basically like a island area. There was a whole bunch of different islands to go to. Like first half of the
Yeah.
like the first like half of the map was like just going to islands.
Oh.
Yeah,
Gen 2 is hard to beat. Like,
yeah, it was. That those I remember I had so much difficult with the I think it was the 7th gym, the psychic one with the people that use Soul Rock and the moon one. I can't remember the moon one's name.
oh yeah, that one was hard. But there was I got stuck on one portion because I needed like an HM and I could not find it. And this was just like the internet was out, but it wasn't like
It wasn't like, oh hey, I need to Google this. Like,
yeah. So I searched all over for that HM.
yeah. Which HM was it? Can you remember?
I don't remember. It was too long ago. I just remember
probably
having
Whirlpool.
Probably, actually.
He's either Whirlpool or Dive. No, Dive gets given to you. Anyways,
But it was something that you had to find in order to press.
yeah, like in the Gen 1, where you had to go to the Savari Zone to find what was it, Surf?
Yeah.
Like, but Gen 1 was fun. We're an hour into this now, and we're
talking about Pokemon.
Talking about Pokemon, reminiscing. All right. Don't buy the Nintendo Switch Lite. Just save the extra. Get the extra. Save back the extra $100 and get the Nintendo Switch, or just buy it refurbished off of Amazon for like $260.
No pre-orders.
Don't buy the Switch Lite. It just seems like it's a waste of money. Unless you have kids, then do that because that's probably what I'm gonna get my brother for Christmas.
I think the only thing cool about the Switch Lite is that it just plays the same games. Like it's a handheld, but it still plays the console games.
Yeah.
But
all right, let's go ahead and jump into topic 3. Mage, what have you been playing this week?
I'm playing a phone game called AFK Arena.
I've seen so many ads about that.
I'm actually having a pretty good time with it, but honestly, my week was so stressful. That's pretty much all I had time to play.
That's fair. Have you been playing Red Dead Redemption on any?
Not this week, but I mean, I'm like on chapter 3. I've been trying to find Go
ahead. Sorry.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I don't know if I've gotten to the part where. Have you been collecting debts for Osea or whatever his name is, the German dude?
Oh yeah, I have. But the last level I just completed, Sean died.
Oh, yeah.
He got knocked in the head.
Yeah, he got bodied.
Yeah, it was just like what? So that was.
Do you know the end of Red Dead Redemption 2? Do you know like what happened?
Not really.
All right, I won't spoil it for you then.
I mean, I kind of know that Arthur Morgan dies, but I don't really know what happened.
Okay, that's like okay. I almost spoiled it for you, but I didn't. I'm not gonna do that
because I know that you play like 3 different people in this game or something.
No, you only play 2.
Okay.
I think.
Well, then never mind.
Yeah. Anyways,
Because I know that you play. I know you play John Marston after the game's over.
yeah, for the epilogue.
But I thought there was another guy that you played in the
No,
actual game.
you just play Arthur Morgan and John Marston.
Oh, okay. Well then. But how many chapters are there?
Six and an epilogue.
So 6 in epilogue.
Yeah, dude, that game is long, and it's just long because there's not a like fast travel, like point and click fast travel. The only fast travel you get is at camp, and it's you could take the little not taxis, the horse carriages around, or you could take the train, but it's honestly more tedious driving to that, doing the load screen, and then going to the place. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If they just had a dedicated fast travel system, I think that game wouldn't be as half as long as it was. Because I remember when I was playing it when it came out, that's all I was complaining about was how long the game was. Like the game is fun, but it's just unnaturally long because of the forest riding the horse.
Yeah. I think the only thing that I don't mind riding the horse around as much.
Yeah.
Because like stuff happens while you're riding around the horse and you find things.
Yeah.
I do mind, like, I don't steal stagecoaches very often because I have to drive the stagecoach all the way back to the fence in that ranch or whatever.
Yeah, I literally did that once just for the mission. That was it.
I mean, it's not terrible money, but it's especially once you get like because you can get talk with the postmasters and they give you a little bit more incentives to steal stagecoaches. But it's just like
I didn't do any of the hunting. I really didn't do any of the side quest stuff, to be completely honest. Like, I probably should have. I kind of want to go back and play it again, but every time I think about it, I'm just like, yeah, I really don't.
I did sit down and I actually read through Arthur Morgan's journal.
Your journal, yeah, it's pretty good.
And I was like, oh, I actually really liked it. It was really good. Like, I guess flavor text is what it is.
Yeah. All right, Cody. Well, I hope you enjoy Red Dead some more this weekend. Hopefully, you get a chance to. Or I guess you're going floating, but anyways, Conan Jones, what you been playing this week?
Been doing some TFT, and that's honestly about it.
You figured things out yet for it?
I want to say yes, but
yeah,
it's one of those like I have to have like all of the things tabbed out, and I'm just constantly switching between stuff. Yeah. Which in itself is annoying to me. Like,
I got you. I have that picture I shared into the Discord. I have every time I play TNT, I have that on my second screen, just like max, so I can know what I'm gonna build.
Yeah, and see, since I only have the one, everything is just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, right. And I can't remember, and it's one of those I don't like it on the onset, but I think if I spend some more time with it, I think I will, because I don't like it because I don't understand it.
That was me at first. That was me at first. I hated that game at first. I completely understand you on that one. But once I got more understanding of it, I actually really enjoy it. Yeah. I won 2 games in a row back to back, and one of them I went undefeated in. I actually felt pretty good about it.
Nice. I think I got to I got 4th place in one. But the guy who got 3rd died in the same round as I did. I just died quicker than he did.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's about it for me. I've just kind of been hanging out. Okay. It's kind of the same old stuff. So. Yeah.
Well, I've been doing more Final Fantasy 14. I'm at level 77 now. I'm 3 levels away from the max level. I've been taking my time with this one now because I got really burnt out with leveling from 60 to 70 in like 3 days, 4 days. And
Jesus.
it really just made me hate that game for a while. So I just kind of took a step back, and now I've just been leveling. I've been casually leveling once a day or so. After this, after the podcast is over, I'll go make some food, some leftovers, and then probably hop on there. But yeah, that's all I've been really doing. Like I said, I've been playing TFT as well. Team Fight Tactics, for those that don't know what TFT stands for. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Life. Okay, here we go. So let's go ahead and move into life advice with Ghost. So my life advice this week is for y'all Thunder fans out there. Life does go on. Just because Westbrook is on doesn't mean this is the end for the Thunder. Or it might be. Y'all might send the team back to Seattle. But life goes on. The sun will rise tomorrow. You don't need to be all down and depressed because Westbrook's gone. You have Chris Paul. I mean, he's kind of the knockoff Westbrook. He hasn't won anything. He hasn't won anything. He hasn't done much. He's old, but you get Westbrook or you get Chris Paul.
Has Chris Paul had a knee surgery yet?
Let's see. Google. Has Chris Paul had a knee injury? Now, he's had one knee surgery in 2010.
All right, well.
So it's been a while.
He had a meniscus tear. He had a meniscus tear, and that's pretty much it. Which is a common thing, That's a common thing.
I was going to say, a meniscus tear is not horrible.
Yeah, it's not like it was an ACL tear. So, I mean, it's...
Yeah.
But life goes on. You wake up tomorrow, and you'll be okay. All right? Okay, Conan Jones? Life goes on.
No, it's like, I'm okay with whatever it is. I'm just not looking forward to all the crap talk that you're going to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
It's just going to be constant. It's like, yeah, we know we're going to be garbage for the next couple of years.
Now you know how I've felt since Kobe retired.
It's sad but true.
But at least I have championships to fall back on. I was there for Kobe's last away game at the Thunders. I was there with my dad. I made myself sad. Let's go ahead. Damn it. Let's go ahead and do our wins of the week. Mage, what's your win of the week?
I just had a really good vacation last week. I know you guys called me during the beginning of it. We just started.
Mm-hmm.
But
did you not enjoy that really phone call?
Huh?
Did you not like that phone call?
No, I just couldn't hear you guys very well. We were driving.
Yeah. I had you right up against my microphone.
Okay.
I mean I did so you could have your part in the podcast.
Well, thank you. I haven't listened to podcasts yet.
You're welcome. I don't think we actually ripped on you that much. I think we did for a little at the beginning, but I don't think we did very much afterwards.
It's not as much as we made it seem like we did earlier.
Yeah.
Still hard.
Just kind of our standard amount.
Yeah. No, today was kind of a little bit more than usual.
Ghost was ripping on everybody today.
No, Ghost versus the world.
I'm surprised he didn't call Conan bald yet.
Dude, now you just see that's fishing. That's my go-to. That's my go-to when I don't have anything else to say.
Fair enough.
I got stuff to say right now. Okay, so I'm fine. I don't need to go. That's Old Faithful. You know when SpongeBob pulls out Old Faithful out of his bag, and he pulls it, it's all golden and everything. That's me, but instead of that, it's in my hands is Conan's hair because he doesn't have it on his head anymore.
Oh, Old Faithful.
That's Old Faithful.
Well, as far as my win of the week goes, I'll say if you're in Dallas, you got to go to Pecan Lodge. It's a very famous barbecue joint. It's probably some of the best barbecue I've ever had in my life. I'd call it the Church of Pork and Beef.
The Church of Pork and Beef.
There you go. Sounds like a place I could be down
What is
with.
it called? Now I'm interested.
Pecan Lodge.
Pecan? You mean Pecan Lodge?
Yeah.
You Yankee.
I will smite you.
You even know you're wrong. You just do it to irk us.
Did it irk you?
You know it did.
Then it's not wrong. All right, let's look at their menu. This is why this podcast is almost an hour and a half long. All right, Texas barbecue, smoked meat, half pound, brisket 11, assuming prices, beef ribs, 1 pound each.
Dude, their beef ribs, it's literally just one beef rib. It's so huge, it's a pound.
Wait, is it really?
Yeah, it's a massive beef. It's the Church of Pork and Beef. Okay, you go there and you celebrate.
I kind of want to go to this now.
You celebrate barbecue there.
And I don't even like barbecue that much, to be honest. But
so good. They have some pretty darn good sides too.
Mac and cheese, West
cheese.
Texas pinto beans, fried okra.
I am super picky about their mac and cheese.
Yeah,
but it's like their mac and cheese is fantastic. Oh, it's so good.
Jesus Christ. Okay, so there's a plate on here called the Thorough. It's 1 beef rib, 1 pound of pork ribs, 1 pound of brisket, a half pound of pulled pork, and 3 sausage links for $79. It serves 4 to 5 people or 1 low scale gaming podcast.
That's what it says in the menu.
Well, so here's the thing. You can order individually, but to order individually, you have to stand in like this long line because they open at like 11 and they go until they run out, and they run out of meat nearly every day. That's how, it's like a big, like that's on their city thing.
Is it like a food truck?
No, it's a restaurant. It's a legit restaurant.
Okay.
But they only buy enough meat to get through the day, so it's always fresh.
Yeah, that makes sense.
No, like they just get that many customers.
Yeah.
Like we were there around noon, and people were lined up all the way a block down.
Jesus Christ.
So yeah, that's how many people they get.
See, I would see that, and I would just be like, yeah, let's not go there. I hate waiting in lines.
Here's the thing.
Okay.
If we went, because they have an express lane, but the express lane is only for people that buy 5 or more pounds of meat.
Jesus Christ.
That one's for us.
And so that's what we did when I went down to Dallas.
That is the low scale gaming line.
And I took that's what we would do. Is we would go there, we would buy more than 5 pounds of meat, worship at the church, and then head home.
and try not to fall asleep driving because you got the itis.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you get the itis real bad. But
this place sounds
good.
amazing. I'm not gonna lie, this place does sound amazing.
We have a low scale gaming field trip
on location in Dallas, Texas.
Yeah.
God bless. Well, I'm glad you had a good time on your trip. Conan Jones, what is your win of the week?
So my win this week, tomorrow morning I have a meeting with my the associate director or something like that. Whoever's in charge of hiring.
Yeah.
I get to go meet with her at the place, at the office I'm probably going to be working at. So that'll be interesting. We'll hopefully have more information next week on all that. So, yeah. Scared.
All right. Well, my win of this week isn't really that big of a one. It piggybacks off my fail of the week. The dude came and looked at my AC today and was just like, yeah, I found a leak up in there. I can't fix it because, you know, your AC's as old as the United States. It fought in the Revolutionary War. It kept Washington cool in his tent. So you know, we're going to have to schedule getting an estimate on how much it's going to cost to replace the whole thing and everything like that. We'll give you a call in about like a week or so. I did a patch job on it. Huh?
The air conditioning deserves a Viking.
It does. I legit looked on the thing. It said like when it was approved, like the gas. It's a heater slash a gas heater slash AC. I looked at whenever it was approved on the thing. The sticker is yellowed from age, and I can't figure out if it says 91 or 71.
Probably 71.
I think it says 71. To be completely honest.
Hot dog.
Jesus. It's a 3-year-old AC.
Yeah, I mean 1771 is what I mean. So it fought. So it fought with Washington in the Revolutionary Army. This AC was here before Oklahoma was an actual state. That's how old this AC is.
It served its time. Put it to rest.
Yes. It deserved its retirement years ago.
It's like one of those. It's like when you see an old person working at like a fast food restaurant.
Oh my god! Like, I went to Burger King today, and this lady was just like, "How you doing today, sugar?" I'm just like, she's like old, old.
I know, it's so sad when you see
like,
that because they're like, you should be.
Yeah, like you paid your dues. Damn it, Trump! All right, let's not get political. But all right, we got anything else?
No, I'm good.
Hopefully next week my win is hey, I got a new AC, but that's to be seen. All right, well, thank you guys very much for listening. You can follow us on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, iTunes, and Spotify at Low Scale Gaming. If you have any questions or a subject you want us to talk about on our next podcast, go ahead and leave us a tweet or email us at lowscalegaming@gmail.com. But thank you guys again, and remember, have a great day and have a better tomorrow.